Welcome to Arresting Normality. My name's Aaron. I'm joined as always by Cody and Travis. Did I do it right?
Yeah.
Close enough. It's good. It's all good. We're rolling with that.
Okay.
Just try a little more confidence.
And you got to be like
confident when he speaks.
You always got to be like, oh yeah, and how was your week? How was life?
But you have to ask yourself.
Right?
Oh, are we asking me? Is that what's going on now?
Yeah, how was your week?
Yeah, how was your week? Because that's all we ever do is just talk about your
That's
week.
all
Talk
it's
about
gonna
my
be.
week. So this week, God, work sucked. Work was hard.
Work was terrible. He pooped. He ate some bad food.
So Timmy came back from his mission. You remember Timmy?
Nope.
Big Tim.
Nope.
Big Tim.
We used to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Tim Duncan? You know Tim Duncan?
Play what?
Yu-Gi-Oh! With him. Remember Timmy?
Oh, that's right. Now I remember.
Yeah. So he was like, hey, you want to hang out? And I'm antisocial, but I was like, sure. And so we went up to the card shop, and turns out I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Again.
Okay.
Turns out I spent $500 on a new deck.
Shut up. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't
Yes, you
spend a whole bunch of money on a bunch of shiny cards because they're dragons.
How much did you spend, Travis?
It was like $60.
Oh my
I still have my Sam deck.
Dude, your Sams are actually like good. A little bit. They got a link monster and they do things.
Oh no.
What? What's oh no?
Nothing. No.
I tried to you're going oh no because I tried to teach you how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And you were like, I don't fucking get it.
No, not that. My stomach is being mean to me.
Oh, how was your stomach this week?
No, it's fine. It's not interesting. Go ahead. Talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or whatever.
He cares so much.
No, but Timmy was really cool to see. He's lost so much weight, Aaron.
Good.
Like, he lost
It was,
a crap ton of weight.
Yeah, because it was pretty scary how big he was before.
Yeah, he
Was
was.
he like me big?
Hmm?
Was he like me big?
About that, but he's like 6'2".
Oh,
So it was proportionally big.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, and
big
he
boy.
he worked his butt off and like a lot of diet
Literally?
control. No,
Nice.
shut up. But he did well. Like he looks good and seems like he's doing good. And
Is he
So-
ripped his pass?
no, he's not ripped. He just
Ripped his
lost weight. You know. Yeah. So that's how my week was. How was your week?
That's
Good,
it?
Good. Wow. That
That's
was.
not a
didn't-
full show.
That's.
Okay,
I know.
well,
not-
like
Come on, dude.
I'm starting
is
school
Travis's
today.
week
I'm
podcast.
doing a podcast instead of doing my schoolwork. Right?
Shut up. That's what you should be
schoolwork.
doing.
First day of school.
Yeah.
How do you have schoolwork before the first day of school?
Bruh.
No, like I'm sure that there's work now, like today. Like, I could log into my class and see all the work that they want me to do now.
Oh.
What if
But
they gave
it's-
you like the whole year's worth of work all on the first day? It's like, all right, here you go.
That'd be amazing. I would just try to
They
get it
kind
all
of
done in a
do,
week.
actually. Like in college, they
Oh, yeah.
give you what's called a syllabus, and it just tells you everything you're going to be doing.
You're my syllabus,
Don't call me a syllabus, you piece of shit.
I hate you. Yeah, but yeah, that's it's terrifying. I
Oh
took
shit, Aaron.
5
we need to come up with
classes.
stuff to talk about.
I know.
Because he's got nothing.
I mean, no, I'm not very interesting this week.
Okay, so Aaron, how was your week?
My week was good. I went on vacation.
Nice. Oh yeah, you did things.
I did. I did do things. I went to Hollywood.
Why do you always go to
And-
Hollywood?
Because Hollywood's awesome.
Hollywood's awesome. Plus, I
I
have a
don't actually. I don't know if I've ever been.
I've never been. I
Really?
wanna go.
What? You've never been? You've never been? You?
Who, me or Cody?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I don't think
You've
so.
You never been down to the boat with us.
I've been to the boat, but we didn't go to Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, gets wrecked, scrub. You know?
Gets wreck scrub.
Gets wrecked. Hold on, how can I make that worse? Gets wrecked scrubs.
No, I think the first way you had it was the worst because you said gets, which it provides And
In
then you
any
said
case,
wreck.
we went down to Hollywood, and
Hollywood.
when I was down there, we went to,
Like you
of
went
course,
and got
we
a
went
wreck.
to a Guitar Center, like I always do, because every time you
Yeah.
go to Hollywood, you got to go to Hollywood Guitar Center.
Because I was talking to Trav, and the one thing we think you need more of
is guitars. Yeah.
You wouldn't be
We
wrong.
feel like you don't have any of those,
You
and
know?
you should get some.
right? I think I do
And
need
for
more
your
guitars.
music playing, that's kind of detrimental if you don't have a guitar.
Right? Yeah.
I don't
Because
know
we
how
all
you've
know
done it
that-
previously, but
We all know you can play 57 guitars at the same time,
Exactly.
so you need
Yes.
more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
and you need them in
So,
all different tunings. too.
Legitimately though, I look at because I have a fair amount of electrics now.
812.
I have 6. I think I have 6.
6,000.
1, 3, 4, 5. Is there another one sitting around here somewhere? Oh, technically I have 6 because you
There's
have.
prob-
There's
probably-
a 6th one because it's in
Yeah, I
Idaho with
have
you,
it.
Trav.
There's
Yeah.
probably one in
Yeah.
your trunk. There's probably one like under your bed.
There is a guitar in my trunk right
Of
now.
course there is.
There's
But
one in
it's-
his pillow.
The headstock's broken off.
Yeah, he goes to put his shirt on and he's like, "What's in my shirt?" It's a fucking guitar. He pulls it out.
Yeah.
Like they're just everywhere.
In any
He
case,
rolls
I
over
was
to cuddle
using.
with Jessica. It's not Jessica. It's a guitar.
Oh, of course.
But
But in any case, I had been using my dad's acoustic for all my videos and recordings and things like that.
sorry, I just love that you have 8 million guitars, and yet you still borrowed a guitar.
Because I didn't have an acoustic that I,
I
could
didn't
really
have that
use.
guitar.
Right.
I need
So
that. one.
I get it.
I
get it.
had zero intention of buying a guitar because I just enjoy going in there and looking at all the pretty guitars. Also, I always like my Les Paul. I like looking on the wall and seeing if they have another Les Paul like mine, another 69 Les Paul Deluxe, just out of curiosity to see what they price it for, Most of the time I don't see it. Every once in a while you do see one pop up though. But so I'm sitting there playing and messing around with different guitars, and I played a couple of like old Gibson J45s, which are like big dreadnought Gibsons. They're big, cool guitars. They look really nice because they're old Gibsons. Everyone recognizes that guitar immediately and just goes, "Oh, that thing's cool." And then just inconspicuously tucked off in a corner, sitting there, there's a Martin, like an old Martin there, and I'm like, guess I'll play that, Cause I'm on vacation. I do what I fucking want, So I pick it up, and from the second that I start playing it, I'm just like, oh, whoa, this sounds much different than everything else. Like warmer, and like when I play like my some of the chords that I enjoy playing on acoustic, they just come through like super rich and gorgeous, and I love it so much. And I sat there and I played it for a while, and Jess could even tell the difference. When she's not someone who really listens to those kinds of things, so when she hears the difference between that guitar and another, vintage Gibson, it's like, wow, that's a big deal, So played it for a little bit. I'm like, okay, I got to put this down. We have other things we need to do. What?
I died.
That's impossible.
It's impossible.
The card's full. You didn't check the card to see if it wasn't full.
I didn't check your card.
You're the one that put it in there. You know I don't remember things.
Don't feed it back.
My brain's killing me.
Shut up, you can't use that for everything.
I can too.
No, you can't.
I can, and I'm gonna until I forget that I can.
Exactly. Okay, there'll be a half minute of no. Actually, I probably should just wait until this thing's done. Finish. There we go. Major.
To my defense, you put the card in, so that's why I didn't check the card
Clap.
because you put it in.
So I put the guitar down and ended up, just be like, okay, I gotta go. We can't sit here and play the stupid guitar. So then I went into the Taylor room and played a couple of brand new Taylors, and those were all meh. They were bright and kind of tinny. I'm like, yeah, okay. So I looked around. It's one of those things like everyone always, you expect. So it's like, oh, look at all these cool guitars, and I look at all the electrics on the wall, and I have like no interest in any of them because I love my Horizon and I love my Ibanez, and I have no interest in any other electric guitars, which I think is kind of nice. I'm like, I really don't I have enough of a spectrum of guitars that I just don't care anymore. If I need a vintage sound, it's the Gibson, and then the 7-string, and then the Horizon. I'm good. So we went out and left and got a beer. I haven't had a beer in a while. It was cool. And then we
I haven't
went
had a beer in a
to-
long time.
Yeah.
Turns out it'll kill your liver.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Turns out.
Wow. Who knew that?
But then we went up to. Have you guys heard of the Griffith Observatory?
I want to go so bad.
Dude, it is really freaking cool. It's so cool, in fact, that when we went up there, that parking lot was full. The parking lot outside of it was full.
Yeah.
The 3 parking lots down the mountain were full.
Jesus.
And then the fourth parking lot, not full, $45.
Holy shit.
And I was like, no. Nope, not happening. So, we just kind of hung out for the rest of the day, and Jess wanted to go to a Morphe store, which is like a makeup brush store, and she got her new brushes that were like for doing the eye crease. She was excited, so I was excited for her, because that's what you do. You're married, in a long-term relationship. You got to be excited for them, even if you don't have a clue what the fuck is going on. You're just like, yeah, you do you.
Jess does it for me all the time.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, hey, I just got Dave Casper in the football game. She's like, good job, babe. I had no idea.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, didn't get to go to the Griffith Observatory, and so what we did is, after we went to the Morphe store, we went back to the boat, hung out for a little bit, went down, and we went to a place called oh crap, it's a Japanese
There's
place.
a place called Oh Crap?
No, it's shit. It's
It's shit?
Oh, it's shit.
Oh, it's shit.
Oh, it's shit.
You guys want to go to
I
it's
don't
shit?
want to go there. You're not making a very good argument for this place, Aaron. It sounds very...
Anyway, it's a Japanese sushi place, and we walked in there, like, looked at all the prices, like, man, I don't think this is worth it, because it was like $15 for one thing of sushi, and I'm like, because we've been to like Genkai, which is like world renowned, and it's like $13 for a thing of sushi.
Genghis Khan.
Genkai. It's the best fucking sushi that you've ever had in your entire life. If you ever get a chance to go to Genkai, look it up, find it, go there, enjoy yourself.
Jeez, don't have to be so mean about
It's
it.
fucking
Don't have to
good.
pressure people into getting sushi.
No, they need to get them some sushi.
Okay, get sushi.
And if you've never had sushi before and you don't know if you like sushi, go to the best sushi place you can find. Because if you go and have like, oh, I've never had sushi before, and you go to like Albertsons and pick up sushi there, you're dumb. You're fucking stupid.
And if you think you don't like sushi, you're wrong. You like sushi.
Yeah, seriously. But we went in there and I was like, fuck it. So then we went to a place called Tequila Jack's and had some Mexican food. It's fucking
Nice. Did you have some tequila?
No, actually. Wait, no, I had a margarita. I did have tequila.
See? There you go.
But it was good. It was super good. And then went home, and Jess wakes me up the next morning, and she's like, we can go to the Griffith Observatory. We just got to get there before 10. So apparently it's the least busy if you get there before 10. So we got there at 9:30, and the parking lot was almost full.
Oh, my God.
A half an hour before they even open,
Jeez.
the parking lot was almost full. So we walked around for a little bit, and that place is so fucking cool. It was $10 an hour for parking. So
What?
we kind of... Yeah, $10 an hour. Because California, of course, they're going to try to rape you on parking. Fucking hate California. Yeah. Holy shit. You try to go anywhere and they rape you. Just rape you on parking, man. No lube, They got
just
little
rape
tendrils
you.
on there. Tendrils. Just rip you apart, man.
Oh, I don't like any of that.
$45. They wanted to do $45. That's bullshit.
I don't like what's happening.
Anyway, got in there, and if you guys ever get a chance, the one thing I will say is the observatory itself, as long as you don't want to go watch one of the movies that they have there, it's free. You just walk in, and it's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, they just, they want to, make you pay for parking, which I guess kind of makes sense, but it's like $45? Like, that's absurd. Why even offer that? That just seems...
Yeah, that's because people will pay it.
That's true. Some people have more money than sense, so they
have a whole lot of sense if they break down all their dollars.
But if you ever get a chance to go there because it's awesome. They were like showing all like the day-night cycles. They have a giant clock in there. It's a giant pendulum, right? Huge pendulum, and it runs. It just goes back and forth, but with the turn of the Earth, it slowly moves it. Oh, it's so cool. So cool.
The turn of the Earth moves it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's really cool. But yeah, we did that. But the entire time, right? The entire time this was all going on, I'm thinking about this guitar.
Of course you are.
I forgot that there was a guitar still involved
Right.
with all of this.
So after we get out of the Griffith Observatory, we go back to the boat and we hang out for a little bit and have lunch. And I'm still thinking about that guitar. And Jess sees it on my face. You know, we've been together for a long time. So she knows, right? And she's like, "You're still thinking about that guitar, aren't you?" I'm like,
Maybe.
And she's like, "Do you want to go down there and see, you know, what they'll do on it?" And I'm like, maybe. So we drive all the way back to Hollywood, which, mind you, on a Saturday at like
that's
12
gotta
o'clock,
be a pain in the
it's
ass.
gas isn't a problem. It's just a
No, I said pain in the ass.
oh, fair enough. I'm like,
I don't
I
care
drive a
about
Prius.
gas.
I'd sniff my own farts. You know how that works. Oh yeah, Prius. Save
I'm
the
not a huge
environment.
fan of that.
It's dumb. But we drive all the way back, and it's like an hour and a half to go like 27 miles. That's a legitimate statement too.
I think you'd be better off walking.
Right. But get back down there. Guitar is still there. I had the guy hold it for me. A nice guy named Alan. If you ever go to that place, go ahead and check him out. He was a cool guy.
Say hi to Alan.
Yeah, say hi
Say
to
hi
Alan.
to Alan.
Guitar.
Yeah, tell him that the Resting Normality podcast sent you. He'll have no clue what you're talking
He won't
about.
understand that.
He'll be like, "Oh my God, they sent you? Wow."
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
But I ended up buying it. He's like, because I was like, "Hey, what can you do on the price?" He's like, "Nothing. We just marked it down." I'm like, "Great, I'll take it."
Nothing. You're like, perfect.
Great, I'll take it.
He's a great salesman.
Yeah, you're not great at haggling, are you?
I'm actually very good at
What
haggling.
can you do on the
but-
price? Nothing at all. I'll take it. What?
Aaron, I'm actually very good at haggling.
I'm
just
good
for
at
the other
haggling.
people.
Sold.
I'm actually
haggle
good, but I
myself.
was
I mean,
I
I
was-
got the guy to sell it to me.
right. I mean, I work at a pawn shop, and I just bought a vintage guitar for like $500 that we're gonna sell for like 15. So,
Yeah.
but
When it comes to something you want,
I know I didn't care at that point. Like, oh, just take my money, okay?
you're like, fuck you, I want it.
But it's
How much? Okay, how much was it?
$8,000.
He's not saying no.
No, it was $1,800 before tax. So
Oh
I
my
ended up,
God,
That's actually
that's
less
a lot
than
of
I
money.
thought.
yeah, it was $2,000 in total.
I thought it was gonna be more.
But
Yeah,
it's
I actually kind of did think it was going to be, but
I thought
it's
you
still a
were,
lot.
like, pushing 3.
yeah, it's a lot, but it's the last acoustic I'll ever need to buy. You know,
It's not
And
the
I-
best acoustic you're ever gonna buy, though.
Yeah.
I ever need to buy.
Because I was gonna say until you see one and you're like, oh, I want this.
Right.
Because
But-
it'll happen.
And it's a 73 Martin D35, and it sounds fucking incredible, dude. And the whole, like, if you know anything about the rosewood is basically they banned it putting on any guitars in any form, because what this thing has on is East Indian rosewood, and it's like all over it, right? And then they banned East Indian rosewood altogether, and then they started making it out of Brazilian rosewood, and then that got banned in the 2000s, and they were using it just for fretboards. They couldn't make guitars out of it, and now it's like completely banned altogether. You can't use it on anything except for Gibson has its own forests, and they're the only ones who can get to it. And I think Martin might have their own forests too, but it's gorgeous and it sounds amazing.
Pretty soon, guitars are going to be made out of recycled plastic.
That's already happened.
Oh, of course it has.
There's a Fender Strat that's made out of plastic, but it also got outfitted with a an acoustic electric system in it that doesn't look like shit. It's so well hidden and it sounds great. I'm like, I'm so stoked for it. So stoked. And it sounds fucking good. So, you know, it was cool. It was really cool. And then, you know, we, you know, came home the next day, which is
with the guitar.
Yesterday. With that guitar.
Well, yeah, you didn't buy it and leave it there.
But curiously, apparently in the early 70s, Martin had interesting taste in castes because the case for it, the case is green. The case is green with blue felt on the inside.
Nice.
Like, it's so obnoxiously ugly.
Sounds sexy.
It's fucking awful. But you know, I don't care that much because
I feel like you're insulting my taste.
Now, if it was like purple and gold, then I would just shut up and be like, okay, fine. I would probably ask though that the outside of case would be purple and the inside would be gold.
Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. That'd
probably be the way to do it.
More purple than gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know I like me some purple. I'm definitely my Horizon's purple, and I freaking love that thing. And this Bang I'm holding is also purple.
Yes, it is.
Totally not sponsored, but totally could be sponsored.
Totally should be sponsored.
Bang.
Well,
I don't think that's ever going to happen in ever. Land.
Okay, Travis, shut the fuck up.
No,
because Bang is based out of Vegas, and I will go to their office and be like, hey.
We have 4 people that listen.
We have 4.5 people.
We could sell like a Bang, okay?
Like a Bang an episode.
Yeah.
One.
Okay.
Which
we'll probably
sometimes
purchase ourselves.
I was going to say, they'd be like, great, but you have to buy it. And we'll
it's already
you.
happening, so.
Yeah, we buy too many of them.
We sell a Bang or 2 every week. Every podcast, you see a Bang in our hands. We might as well just get a Bang poster and put it in the background.
Might as well.
Might as well.
At this point.
You know?
Yeah, literally, I think that the last, you know how I do the ending edit thing?
Mm-hmm.
I think the last one was of you drinking a Bang. Literally.
Yeah. I mean, we're both drinking it throughout every episode,
right.
I think.
And I'm always careful to have the, you know, the symbolism right up front. Yeah, you just check it out.
You mean the logo?
Symbology.
I couldn't think of the symbology. That's a word, right? Mm-hmm. Definitely.
No,
definitely.
So.
Just like Bramble.
That's a word.
But I'm excited, and I'm gonna record it. And so now I got Satan back there and my Martin, and I'm probably good for like the next 3 Christmases. I'm like, Aaron, quit being dumb.
Nice.
But yeah, so I'm gonna get a bunch of stuff recorded.
Cool.
It's gonna be sweet.
What are you gonna record first?
You had a good week, buddy.
I'm already in the middle of recording a new song with the Satan, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with the Martin just yet. I might just kind of go for it and see what happens, which is what I like doing anyway. So it was much louder than I was expecting.
Sorry. I do that sometimes.
So, Cody, before the podcast, you were saying something about wrestling.
Oh. Are we there?
We are.
I think we are.
Well, that kind of goes into what I've been doing, anyways.
Yeah.
Because
Cody, how was your week?
Which is nothing.
2 years,
right?
So SummerSlam was a while ago, like 2 weeks ago, I think. I watched it. It was amazing.
Wow.
What is a SummerSlam?
You guys care? What?
I care.
What is a SummerSlam?
It's the slam of the summer.
What is a slam summer?
It's when you pick up summer and you slam it on its dumb head.
I mean, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But it's just like, summer. No, back to winter.
Yeah, fuck you. No, SummerSlam is, okay, so WWE has pay-per-views every month. You know this, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. But they have what's called the Big Four, which is like the 4 main ones that everybody really cares about all year.
WrestleMania.
Yep.
I remember that one.
Obviously, SummerSlam.
Yeah.
The fucking gold one. Everything's gold, and they have the thing.
Gold.
Yeah, I know you're gonna understand it when I think of it. It's the one where they have the briefcase. They usually do the money. Oh no, it's Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble.
Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
Yes, that's one of them.
I don't know if I'm going to
Don't
remember the
think
last
you're
one.
going to get the fourth one.
Is it newish?
No, the big four are like the original four.
Oh.
Because it started with WrestleMania, and then they started branching out, and it's the main four that they had for a while.
I'm going to remember it when you say it, and I'm going to be hating myself, but go for it.
Survivor Series.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to get that.
I didn't think you would. Mm-mm. It's the least liked of the big four, I think.
That makes sense.
It's the smallest of the big four. It's cool. It's just...
It sucks. No, it's okay, Cody. It sucks.
For a wrestling fan, it doesn't have the implications that the other ones do.
Right.
Because Survivor Series is mainly like, I know nobody gives a shit, but I don't care because I like wrestling, so fuck you.
So defensive.
You have to be as a wrestling fan. You do. You have to be.
You're in a safe space.
And yeah, but I don't feel like it is because Travis is there.
That's okay.
I am there.
I am there. So
I am there.
Survivor Series is like, it's all team matches. So it's elimination tag.
Oh.
So it doesn't have like the same impact that the other ones do.
Oh, okay.
On like the storylines and shit.
Right.
But anyways, I was not talking about Survivor Series, talking about SummerSlam, which is, the biggest event of the summer. That's how they bill it. But it's like probably the second biggest show of the year for WWE behind WrestleMania.
Right.
And this one I thought was very good. It was, wrestling can be up and down, especially for older wrestling fans. We're kind of stupid because we care so much about a thing that shouldn't be cared about this much. and I can admit that because, when a guy throws another guy to the ropes, why does he run back? But SummerSlam was great this year. Mainly, the one thing everybody's talking about is, do you guys know who Bray Wyatt is? Aaron might, because I think I've mentioned him before.
I remember the name, but I don't really know who he is.
I don't know any wrestlers except for like Randy
don't.
Savage.
He was not there.
And Sting, I like Sting.
Sting wasn't there either. Bray Wyatt, he's been around for a while, like probably 5-6 years.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt one more time.
Yeah.
Is Sting still a thing?
What?
Is Sting still a thing?
He was on WCW.
Yeah, he was.
And which isn't WWE or WWF.
Yeah.
But I think he is still a thing.
He's not wrestling anymore. He did actually wrestle for WWE a few years ago. A couple years ago, he came back. Yeah, he came back for a bit, and he was still very good. He's one of the better performers that there has been. But he was wrestling for a while. He was feuding with Seth Rollins. Nobody cares. But he got hurt. He took a move that Seth does all the time. It's called a buckle bomb, where he power bombs them into the turnbuckle.
Oh, cool.
But Sting landed wrong, and he hit his head too low on the turnbuckle, and it fucked his neck up. So, and since he's like 50, he got really hurt from that. And
because he was pretty old.
Yeah, he still in good shape.
Math.
But people think they're going to do a Taker Sting thing pretty soon.
Really?
Yeah, they've been kind of pumping it up, which I don't want to see because Taker's old.
I was just about to say, both those guys are pretty old.
See, the difference is Sting can still do it because he's not huge. He's a big guy. I think he's like 6'1", 6'2", but Taker's like 6'10".
Yeah.
And 87 years old.
He's pretty old.
It's hard when those really big guys age. They just can't do it anymore, and I don't like to see them keep wheeling them out there.
Yeah.
Because like even Goldberg came back at SummerSlam too.
Bill.
He's a really big guy too, but he's also I think like 6'3".
Yeah.
He's not 6'10". It's different on 6'10" knees.
Right.
But Sting is still like he's around. They talk to him for interviews and stuff. I'm guessing you were a big Sting fan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. More so back when he didn't talk and was like up in the rafters all.
Travis was a WCW guy.
Apparently
I was.
so.
I was.
Yeah.
I actually didn't like WWF.
Bro.
I was like, fuck those guys. WCW's way cooler.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, like we're having a full-blown discussion about wrestling here, and you were always such a dick about all the wrestling things that come up, and now you're like, oh yeah, wrestling.
Well, like when I was like 5, and I'm not being a dick or anything.
Not 5. If you remember the Crow version of Sting, that was 1999, 98, so you were 8.
Or 9.
9, yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps 10 even.
Yeah.
You're an 89 baby, so.
Yeah, see?
See?
So, what the fuck are we doing?
I don't know what we were talking about now.
I was talking about SummerSlam. Yep. God damn it, Travis. Sting wasn't there.
Derailed.
So Bray Wyatt has been around for a while, and he was a cool character because wrestling's all about the characters.
Of course.
He was a cult leader guy. But lately, they kind of stopped giving him a push. He didn't have a cult anymore. So what's a cult leader without a cult?
Right.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. And then I think he got hurt.
Bruh.
He was off TV for like 7 months. And they brought him back, but they repackaged his whole character. And now he's doing like a Mr. Rogers kind of gimmick. It's called the Firefly Funhouse. And he's wearing like stay with me.
Okay, that's what you mean by Mr. Rogers. Okay, I was like, he's wearing a sweater.
He is
and talking to kids.
He is. He's wearing a sweater. He's got his hair all pulled back. He trimmed up the beard. He's talking to kids.
Got
it's
puppets? Puppets?
Yep, puppets.
Shit.
Rambling rabbit.
Oh my god, what?
Sammy the Vulture or something like that. But it's weird. It's like got that little twinge of like, this is creepy. Because he's like trying to be friendly and, you know, talk to the kids. But then at the end, he'll do a bunch of like creepy stuff. Like when he ends it, he says like, all you got to do is let me in. And that's weird. Because he's a grown man talking to children. But then they just debuted his new like in-ring character. He's doing like a split persona thing. And it's called The Fiend. And The Fiend is fantastic. And I want you guys to look it up. I'm not going to describe it to you. So if you can pull up a picture of it real quick, because I want to see what you guys think. I loved it, but I'm a wrestling nerd. Travis, are you looking at The Fiend?
I'm trying to.
Just put The Fiend WWE. It'll come up.
The Fiend WWE. Let me see.
That second picture is probably the easiest way to see.
The Fiend. Oh, yeah. That's like the first thing I searched. Look at that. Oh, it's Corey Taylor. Look at that.
I mean, no.
I mean,
so he just debuted this new character.
Damn.
And it's pretty intense. Like
that looks pretty intense.
The work that they put in on that mask is ridiculous.
Right?
It looks so good. It's better than any of the other wrestling masks I've seen. It's so detailed. They must have spent so much money.
Right.
And he did a whole like new entrance where everything was dark, of course, because he's creepy and spooky.
Right.
They did a remix of his song, which is really awesome. And he used to come out with like a lantern. And he still comes out with the lantern, but the lantern this time was a sculpture of Bray Wyatt's head with his mouth like all stretched open, all creepy like, and the light was inside his mouth and his eyes were sewn shut. And it's like, it's getting so much attention that they had to pull it off their YouTube page because like kids are scared of it and people are writing angry letters and
people still write letters.
Well, probably emails. Right. I'm old. They sent a telegram. They were like, I'm mad about The Fiend. But I want to see, what do you guys think about how he looks? What do you think?
I mean, that's pretty, what the?
I don't know what that is.
What just happened?
I don't know what you just did. You scared me, though.
No.
What are you doing?
I can't see. The light is so bright. That's
what
pretty
are you
cool.
doing?
I've seen this.
Yeah, so that's him as the Firefly Funhouse guy, as just Bray Wyatt.
I've seen this.
Have you?
I have.
What, in like meme form or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It's very memeable.
That's extra memeable is what that is.
I don't like that. Okay, so what was Firefly Randy is?
Firefly Randy? What are you doing?
That's
Fiend.
it. That's it.
Have you not looked at the picture yet?
No, I saw The Fiend, but like, have you seen like, the pictures of him as Funhouse or Firefly Funhouse, like with the creepy ass dolls and shit? Like, why is it all scary?
I mean, I watch wrestling, so of course I've seen it.
Well, but why is it all scary? I thought he was trying to be nice and like not have.
Because he's a creepy character. He's the Fiend, but he's got a split persona thing going on. So he's like trying to be nice to the kids, but he also probably wants to eat them.
Huh.
Travis is confused.
Yeah,
Why are you
I don't.
Confused by this.
Like, this is a wrestling persona?
Yeah, I know it's different than what they do usually. This is the first like
Yeah, because this is like legitimately scary rather than fun scary.
yeah.
Like rather than like Kane or Undertaker, where they're like,
Right.
oh, they're a scary character. It's like, no, hey, this guy could have
Yeah.
literally just came out of Slipknot and wanted
Yeah,
to kill your
he's
face.
fucking creepy, and like the way he works in the ring is really helping the character too, because he'll like beat the shit out of the guy, and then like pull off of him and like freak out and like fight with himself, and then go back to murdering the guy. And it's like the first thing in wrestling in a long time, well, in WWE, that has gotten people to like really talk, and it's so exciting because I
It's
love
just
wrestling.
It's just weird.
This is pretty cool. This is pretty fucking cool.
Travis
actually.
doesn't like it.
That's okay.
Why are you creeped out by it, buddy? Are you okay? Do you have a
I just
clown
don't
thing?
like. When do they have time to set him up in front of a set with little kids and be like, "Oh, this is now he's gonna wrestle afterwards"? Like, you know what I mean?
What do you mean? When do they have time?
Like, what-
It's his job.
Yeah, but don't they like go out and wrestle?
Oh no,
Don't
they
you,
do.
Didn't you remember how wrestling works, dude? There's like cutaway, well, not cutaways, but like they
Pre-tapes.
do like pre-tapes where they have the like a setup, or sometimes they do like a section where like two characters are talking to each other and they have somewhat of a conversation and it sets up a storyline.
Yep.
Then they wrestle for a bit and then it does another storyline thing where people are talking.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a show.
yeah. And I bet you they probably taped a lot of those Firefly Funhouse things in the same day. Mm-hmm. Probably just did a few of them, knocked them all out.
This is how the storyline's going to go. Let's get
Played
all
him
these
week
done.
by week, and then debuted him as the Fiend. You know, because and he doesn't wrestle every night. They're keeping him special.
Did they?
So
Did
he's
they
kind
do
of
that?
like Sting was back in the. He'd only show up every now and then.
Sting?
Yeah,
Well, that was only when he was the Crow.
yeah.
But yeah,
So,
which is the worst version of Sting.
No, it's
Hot
not.
take.
did they do a couple of weeks where they only did the Funhouse guy for a while,
They only did the Funhouse guy for like a couple months. Yeah.
and then finally they?
Well, they started like it started as the Funhouse, and it wasn't. It was weird because it's like, why is he doing this? And then every week it would just get a little weirder. And then he would start like one time he was like, I think he was doing like a peekaboo thing with the kids or whatever, and he pulled his hands up to cover his face, and he had gloves that said "hurt" and "heal." Like that's weird.
yeah.
And then he would just start doing things like that would slowly give you a hint of like, this guy's weird.
This guy-
And then they did like a face change thing where they showed a quick glimpse of his mask. That scared the fuck out of some kids.
Yeah.
Parents sent emails like, "You kept my kids up all night. You know, he was scared with nightmares and shit." And they just slowly kept building and building and building to it until he finally debuted as the Fiend. And they're keeping them separate too, because when he's the Funhouse guy, he talks about the Fiend like he's a different person, which is cool.
That is
so he's
cool.
not like, I'm this, and he says the Fiend does this, and they're keeping it really cool. They're not fucking this up yet.
Good.
Which I feel like
like how
they're
you say
gonna.
yet.
Well, I'm a bitter wrestling fan. But yeah, they're doing a good job with it, and he's legitimately freaky.
Yeah, it's like that's a fucking scary mask, dude. It is.
It is. I don't know if you can get his entrance, but if you guys could see his entrance, because with the lantern, they pulled some of his entrance off of their YouTube because
Why?
of the lantern.
What's the lantern?
I told you it was Bray Wyatt's head, but with his eyes sewn shut.
Oh,
And
right.
everything.
Oh, okay.
But people were freaking out about it. So
There it is.
yeah,
Can you
see,
share
this
it?
is the cut version.
This is what? This is a cut version.
This is the cut version. They edited out the shots of his lantern.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I don't know if you're
Fun-
gonna be able to find one
Funhouse
unless you went to the WWE network. But
or Firefly Funhouse.
why are you looking at Firefly Funhouse now?
Isn't it his intro?
No, he's the Fiend.
Oh, okay.
Firefly Funhouse is his separate persona.
Same one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to find the whole thing, but it's pretty fucking cool. And the music is great, everything. I wanted to show you guys the full entrance, but
But you have to pay money for it, I bet.
well, I have the network, but it would take time to, sign in and get it. Oh. Can you hear the
I
music?
can't find it.
I think I found it.
Oh,
Can you
share it.
Hear the music on it? because I'm genuinely curious what you guys think. Travis is spooked by it, which makes me happy.
I can't find it.
I got you, buddy.
Oh, this guy's in a little Speedo.
That's definitely not him.
It's Finn. Finn Balor. That's who he wrestled.
Did you click on the link I sent you?
No.
Good.
Good job.
Where did you send it?
Discord.
Oh, that's why. Oh, it's let him.
He's watching it.
Let him in. Oh, let him in. Oh, it's really low quality.
Your mom's low quality.
Oh, yeah, there's the... Oh, this is a video game, I think.
This is animated.
Yeah, it is. It's animated. This isn't the real entrance.
You know what this is?
Oh,
This is from the game.
Yep, somebody did a mod of it. Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, that's kind of what they did, though. But it's way cooler if you could see the actual thing.
Right?
But whatever. I don't think you're going to be able to actually find it.
Fuck it.
But anyways.
You got me
Look at
all
the disc.
excited, and it was a lie.
You're a lie.
It's a lie. But it's really cool. And they're obviously building, because Finn Balor also has like a split persona thing that he does. And his is the Demon King. And it's funny because the Demon King thing was awesome. But by comparison, it sucks. Like, it's not creepy at all. It's kind of goofy now in comparison to this Fiend entrance. But they're obviously building to that. But it's really cool, and I'm very excited by it.
Right.
And it's all any wrestling fan is talking about right now.
I can understand why.
Did they try
Everybody-
to hide things like in his video? That's like the little fun firefly thing.
I mean, he literally just had like a 10-minute conversation about all the things that were hidden in there.
Where
But
were you?
Oh, hey, I found the real one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is it the edited version, though, that doesn't show
Nope,
his lantern?
it's showing his lantern right now. Here.
Oh. Can you share it?
No.
So Aaron can be a seeing boy?
I will. There. Oh, God damn it. There you go.
Fodrin. I'm wearing a white jacket.
He's got a little Speedo on, too. It's really
he's-
dark, though.
He's Irish. Just so you know, in case you want to do
I'm
better.
wearing a knife.
I feel like this guy draws inspiration from Don't Hug Me, I Scared.
From what?
Perhaps.
Like, is this it? Looks like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's his entrance. That lantern is so cool. Gotta see around the light.
Fucking dark.
Yeah, it's very dark. But just because he's Spooky Boy.
Yeah.
He is a spooky boy.
Yeah, and they did a lot of like weird shots on his entrance.
They did. They kind of do, yeah. And he just leaves
Which
it
kind
there.
of adds to it. Oh, Travis is way ahead.
Oh, I'm still watching it.
I know, but you said you're already almost done with it, right?
Oh, me?
Yeah. Is he in the ring yet?
Yeah, he just got in the ring, and now it's doing like this close up on his face, and
Yeah, the mask looks great.
huh. Now he's like headbanging and stuff.
Headbanging
This is
stuff?
Corey Taylor. Somebody just got Corey Taylor to wrestle. That's all it is.
Except for this guy's massive.
Corey Taylor's a pretty big boy. Well, he used to
I
be.
don't
He's
think
kind
Corey
of small
Taylor
now.
is as big as this guy.
I don't know.
Have you
to be
seen
honest.
this man? Has he taken his jacket off yet?
No.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, he's now like humping the rails and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
yeah, that was it. He never took off his jacket in this one.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't take it off until the match starts, I guess.
Wow. That's freaking cool.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
I'm so happy. It's making wrestling so.
It's
fun.
really
Right?
gimmicky.
What?
Like I don't know. Like it's cool, but like I feel like it could be fucked up really easy and like
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
anything can though.
Yeah. Good
definitely
music is
gimmicky.
always like one jank change from always being terrible. You know, like, oh, that was really good until it stopped being good.
Yeah, I mean, eventually this character will probably be fucked up. I mean, look at Taker now.
Yeah.
Taker's a joke. And
Yep.
Taker
Is
was awesome.
Undertaker all messed up now?
Well, they've just beat him into the ground to where he's a joke now. But, you know, even with Sting got the same way. Sting was cool as shit. And then, you know, he wasn't. Anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it happens. Which Sting was way better before the Crow Sting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Stinger Sting? It's the best Sting.
Sounds a little on the jank side.
Oh.
Stinger.
Oh, it is. But that's why it's so great. He had a blonde flat top.
Oh, God.
He was like a surfer.
That's awful.
The Stinger.
That's bad.
He was the Stinger.
That's bad.
It was the 80s.
It's bad.
It was the 80s.
It's okay. It's still bad.
Well, thank you for indulging me on wrestling.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited
That
about
is
that.
pretty freaking cool,
And I have
though.
It's interesting.
nobody
It's
to talk
interesting.
to about that.
I think
You don't have it. What
it-
about Joel?
Well, yeah, but he doesn't really watch anymore. I mean, he's a fan, but he doesn't get to see anything. He doesn't have internet because he's living in 1974.
no internet?
Why does he not have internet?
Because he lives in 1974.
But it's almost
Why does
2020.
Joel not
I know.
live in?
I don't know. I tell him every time I see him, get internet. And he doesn't get internet.
Does he just not want to pay for it, or?
Probably.
I mean,
That's probably it.
I get that.
I mean, he does have 4 kids.
That's 4 too many.
But I haven't even talked to him about this yet. I'll probably go see him tomorrow and show him the entrance and everything because
Right.
he probably hasn't even seen it. But he was excited by the Firefly Funhouse stuff.
Like, legitimately, that kind of makes me want to watch wrestling just for that character.
Oh yeah, it's getting a lot of people.
Because, you know, I haven't watched wrestling, like, seriously since 2006.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
You know? So, but, I mean, that's cool. And if they're going to continue to put out characters that are this interesting,
Yeah.
like,
Well, I doubt there'll be another one quite like this for a while.
right.
But there's a lot of cool stuff going on in wrestling right now, and I mean, a lot of people hate on it because
Because wrestling. People just hate on it because it's wrestling. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Sure.
I was more talking about like wrestling fans. They
Oh.
love to hate the thing we love,
Right.
which I think is true with almost any fan base, honestly.
Yeah.
They just love to pick it to death. I just appreciate it for what it is, and if something's stupid, I just skip it.
Right.
And that's the thing, like you said, watch it just for this guy. That's the cool thing about today's day and age. You don't have to watch like Raw live.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can watch it on Hulu, watch his stuff, and if you don't care about the other shit, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do that a lot too. I'll skip a lot of the matches because it's like, oh, I don't give 2 shits about this guy.
Right.
You're
Oh,
like,
Bray
yeah, I
Wyatt's
don't-
out? Cool. Like, even with SummerSlam, because we were watching it, I worked, so we were watching it after it aired. And I skipped like 2 matches because I was like, I don't care about these people.
Right.
And it's like a 4.5 hour show. So
Yeah. I think that's probably one of my problems, though, is I always assume that I need to watch everything so I don't miss anything. Because
Right.
I assume that everything's going to be important, but not everything's important.
no,
No,
it's not. It's really not. Bray
Well,
Wyatt's
that's
important.
kind of cool that it's something you can pick up and put down, though. Like, especially.
Yeah, and his stuff, like those Firefly Funhouse things, are like a couple minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just
I
watch
really,
that, you're
really feel like that they drew inspiration from "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" on those. Like, especially like because I watched a little bit of the
don't know what that
Fireflies. So it's a British cartoon that was put on YouTube, and it was
YouTube.
just kind of the same thing where it was a children's story like that, and it just kind of starts out like normal, like, oh, little kids thing. It's like, oh, let's sing a song about time and stuff like that, and then just devolves into like a creepy, weird thing as it goes.
But this is, if you know his character, this is an extension of what he was already doing, because he was already like a cult leader, creepy guy, and now he's like still basically a cult leader, but to children. So it's kind of an extension, and obviously there's a lot of inspiration from Mr. Rogers.
Right.
You know? And the funniest thing is, like, I was watching it with Jess and her sister, and her sister sees the mask, like, it kind of reminds me of Joker. I was like, that's just because it's a clown. It doesn't look anything like the Joker.
Not
and then
even
she
close.
said, it reminds me of that guy from Twisted Metal. I was like, the clown? It's just because it's a clown. It doesn't look like that.
Sweet Tooth.
Sweet
was
Tooth,
his
yeah.
name.
That was his name. I couldn't remember his fucking name. But it doesn't look like that.
No, he doesn't.
Do you guys remember Twisted Metal Black?
Of course.
Yeah.
That was the
only
best
I
one.
remember.
That's a different problem.
Twisted Metal 4 was really good too.
That's not because the games weren't memorable, Cody. Now, see,
That's my fault.
we have to tell him this every now and then. No,
Okay, sorry.
but like I liked how they went like more dark with it on that one too.
Oh yeah, it was
Twisted
super
Metal
dark,
Yeah.
and they gave the characters like more depth and
That's
stuff.
great.
It was
Way
so
more
good.
depth,
fun,
way more
man.
detail.
Yeah,
Well, that game was fun. I don't remember the other ones.
it was dark as fuck too.
Me and you actually played that, Cody. I remember we brought it over to your house
Sure,
and we just
did.
drive around and kill people.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and
you
hey, guess what, government? We didn't go out and kill people afterwards.
Yeah.
Just
FBI
saying.
is not with me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything's been blamed for shit.
Why? I just don't understand why games kept on being scapegoat every single time something happened.
Well, metal music too.
It actually hasn't been a scapegoat.
games.
Well,
It actually hasn't
metal
been for
music
a
too.
scapegoat
Yeah,
for a little bit.
that's true.
It hasn't. Yeah.
Like it just came back now. Like there's been a couple.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound horrible. There's been a couple shootings in between where we didn't hear anything about.
Right. Well, because they can't blame a shooting on an old guy with if there's like, oh, it's video games. Yeah, he was like 50.
Yeah, they have to wait till it's a younger person.
Actually,
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's starting to be to where you could blame old people.
It's true. It's
getting
true.
there. Yeah.
You could. Eventually, it just won't matter anymore, and just video games will be such commonplace that they won't have to blame it anymore. It's just like, oh, well, everyone plays video games. What are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah, like no, but there's actually on WoW a couple of my friends do a raid, to help these elderly people in a nursing home because they all got together and wanted to play WoW.
That's awesome.
And so they take them on a raid every week.
That's kind of awesome.
That is pretty cool.
I like that.
So we're like, hey, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, we're taking the old people around. We'll be back. Like,
Well, it is getting
Taking the Hobbits to Isengard.
taking the
it is getting more commonplace, like you said. Because I have a couple people that I played Destiny with that were not old, but older.
Yeah.
Like mid 40s, pushing 50, and that didn't used to happen.
Right.
I mean, my dad
No, yeah,
is
not at all.
59, and he plays video games all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it'll just be commonplace where everyone plays video games, and it's not this weird fucking issue.
they'll
where-
just go back to blaming metal.
yeah, which fine.
He is Legend did it.
Yep.
It's because they put out that fucking song.
Right. He's talking about trapping ladies.
I mean, yeah, that whole album is very murdery.
You know? Trapping chicks in your trunk and then
Yeah.
killing them and skinning them later.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
Good
That
shit.
could be fun.
so good.
Such a good
so
album.
good. I can't
Holy
get
crap.
over it.
Trav, if you haven't listened to that album yet, you
You're a failure.
are desperately failing as anyone who ever claimed that they enjoyed music.
Yeah.
You know,
Just saying.
Yeah, you have to
don't
listen to
believe
White
you.
Bat, dude.
You don't believe me?
I don't believe you
How?
because I've never heard of a white bat other than in Ace Ventura, and then it is also referred to as Chicago. I like Chicago better.
Damn it. Travis, you suck.
Yeah.
So, do we have any final thoughts? We've got a couple minutes to kill here.
I
Any
play a
final
lot of
thoughts
video
on the-
games, and the
No,
only person I've
no.
ever thought about as shooting is Aaron and
No.
Cody.
Aaron, why Aaron? I understand me.
Have you ever recorded with this man? Music.
Well, I'm not a musician.
Okay, yeah, then.
Because I've recorded videos and we've never.
Well,
had an
videos
issue.
are fun to record with Aaron because he's not like
I think
gonna
it's a
kill you
problem.
if you do something wrong with a video.
Well, see, okay, here's the difference. If Cody does something wrong, I'm like, hey, you did something wrong. And he goes, okay, cool. And he fixes it. When you did something wrong, you're like, no, I think that was right. You know? And then you do it again, you do it wrong again. And you're like, no, I think it was good. And then I get more frustrated because you were supposed to fucking practice it. And it shows.
Originally,
Yeah, it does sound like you because we have done videos where I did stuff wrong and he tells me and I'm like, okay, how do I fix that? And then I fixed it.
originally that was 100% my fault. But then later on, when I'm like, oh, okay, I'll try it better, and I realize I'm wrong, then you were still like,
Well, that's
fuck
because you had
you.
already worn him down so much in the previous years.
Right, yeah.
With your
I don't entirely
stubbornness.
blame that on just myself because
I do. 'Cause
No.
it's funny.
No, you have not met some of these drummers that we had.
That's true. And the culmination of that plus terrible bassist
But-
plus Corey constantly fucking shredding in the background.
But I was there one time for like 2 hours when you were trying to record like one line. And it took like 2 hours for you to hit like one note. And I could see why that would frustrate somebody that was trying to do a recording.
You know?
I was there for that.
When were you ever there for a recording?
I was there. You were doing.
Where?
I don't know when,
I
but I was definitely there. It was Aaron, Corey, you, and me. And I got so bored that I went home.
I honestly don't remember that.
Cut out right as he was saying things.
Oh, I honestly don't remember that. Like, I don't remember you ever being there for any sort of musical thing. Like, there was just a large part of time where you just kind of we didn't see each other.
Well, yeah,
You know?
that's true. But there was also this one time that I was definitely there, and I remember because I think Aaron remembers it too.
I do.
Yeah. Because Aaron was just slow. It's just the slow build of frustration that I saw. And he was very calm for the first, like, hour. And then it just got ridiculous because you didn't hit
Well, if
this
that
one
was when
note.
we were still living in Pahrump, I don't think I actually got any sort of good until about when we were leaving. So that's probably accurate.
Yeah. Well, no, it's definitely accurate. It happened, dude.
Cody, how can you say that?
He's like,
Oh,
I've
fuck
seen
you.
it.
What'd you do 5 minutes ago?
I don't know, but I remember that. Okay? There's some memories that haven't faded yet. Okay? So fuck you. God damn it. I remember Stinger Sting. I can remember things.
I remember things.
Say goodbye. Now I'm sad.
Oh,
Well, Trav, you started this, so you can end it too.
Oh, yeah.
okay. Bye.
Way to drop the
That was
ball.
the worst.
Way to fumble.
I can't remember what you
goal
said.
line.
Okay. In podcast land, please upvote this because then it makes it so people like us better. So
That's
do a
not-
gold star or whatever
Upvote
it is.
Reddit.
Also, shut up. Also, upvote it on Reddit. Reddit's cool.
Nobody
Fucking.
listens to
Then also, all the information to contact us will be down in the description on both Podcast Land and in YouTube. Wow, you can email us, which no one ever has. There's people that listen to this thing. Nobody ever emailed us. And you know what? I kind of hate you for it. Not really. That's okay. I love you. But then also, if you're watching on YouTube, unsubscribe because we make terrible content. Don't do that.
Also, if you like this video, go ahead and like this video down below. You know?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, I think he's hit most of the bases, even if it was kind of fumbly.
It was.
And
I don't
you
remember
guys-
everything that you say.
That's okay,
was
even though you
very-
hear it every week.
It was
But, you
very
know,
Mark Sanchez.
I don't hear it every week is the problem.
You're supposed to hear it every week.
right?
I'm supposed to. Where have
That's
we
your
been?
fucking fault.
Where have we been?
I don't remember.
Fuck it. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That was the best response ever.